Okay. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where I've been playing, or where I've been trying to get this game to work for 15 minutes. Um, what the fuck? What ended up working, and I don't understand this. I didn't touch the computer at all. Like, I tried restarting the game, I ended some services, still wasn't loading, even crashed on load. What ended up working is I turned on my ceiling fan. Why did that work? Why? I'm just gonna have my ceiling fan on every time we stream. It's not even like, oh, you turn on your ceiling fan and the computer slows down. Duh. No, no, that is not the case. I turned on my ceiling fan and everything immediately started loading. I don't understand. Hold on. I I how, how the fuck? Hold on, I'm asking my Discord. I just we had less crashes and stuff. I just in the summer, but I was like, well, blah, 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 things aren't overheating because I'm keeping everything cool. Blah 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 blah. Blah. No, I just I'm flabbergasted. All right, what are we? We're honoring Sid. We are honoring Sid. Sorry for such a weird start to this episode, but we're honoring Sid. We have to go honor Sid. And look at it, it's still not loading well. I just
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it
from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
We're seeing troops amassing every morning.
Let's see. We tried that level 50 monster last time. Yeah, I don't remember shit about the games until I start them. I don't understand. Like, is this what they call streamer brain?
Here you go.
Yeah, look at that. Even the menus are running fine. And we usually have a weird amount of trouble with the menus. But turning on my ceiling fan makes the game run better? I don't fucking understand it. I'm just so... Hey, Toshi, good to see you. I'm just so fucking confused. It wouldn't even load.
Editors started reading books that don't have anything.
No. Toshi, here's what you don't understand. It didn't have time to cool anything. The fan was still starting up when the loading fixed itself. It's not like I just don't understand it. All right. Let me get into the right mental place for this sad scene we're probably about to... Wait. On Alack lived a queen and goblins 3, but he did not the goblins their queen. So full of rot did she banish them to shore, where they supped on mud, till their lips turned black and they begged to return. And good of heart, you have a faulty or old PSU.
can
Alright.
come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest,
Wiring in your house is bad is
finest
probably
ship
it.
the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that.
Of course.
First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
I guess I'll just keep my fan on throughout the entire winter. It's fine. I'll freeze for you guys. There's less important things. To die for. In Minecraft? I don't know. We do supposedly have a faulty
Blackthorn.
power box, or at least too small of one.
It's the mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Oh boy. I like Mid. I thought she was going to be annoying,
Because Tate's...
but I really like her.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here, will you?
Oh damn, Gav and Otto? Alright.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That
Jesus.
means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
What do you guys think, Otto or Gav?
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Up to you who you take to the desert. I mean, Gav's good in a fight, but he don't have my winning personality.
Ah, don't listen to him. You'll be in the lowest of low company with either of us.
I don't know them enough to choose. Yeah, that's kind of... You gonna let me pick my party members, or like, what's the...
You going after the stuff? Which one of the...
Cool. Cool, Final Fantasy 16. Just take your time. I'm here for you. I support you, Final Fantasy 16. Gav, you're with me.
Gav, you're with me.
Otto's more of a supply guy.
All right then. So,
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Okay.
southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care. Fleece me. I'd like to see him dry.
In your own time.
Ooh. I'm hoping the CPU update will do something to fix this. I just don't understand. My CPU's not bad. It might be a little on the older side right now, but actually, no, it's not even. I think I replaced it last year. It's whatever. A memory check? It's not. I've been looking at the memory. The memory's fine. It's gotta be the wiring. But I don't even know if they would be able to rewire this house at this point. Sun flares. Yeah, sun flares. That's why shit doesn't work. It's always those damn sun flares. Fucking hell. We live outside of Atlanta, so like
Looks like I found the river. Where's Gav?
The power grid for this area is probably fucking 2,000 years old. And on top of that, this house definitely wasn't originally built up to code. And the guy who fucking lived here didn't maintain it well, so...
Sorry to keep you, Gav.
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But
It's
if
probably
Stardust
for...
is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of the stuff lying about just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
Could also
We
explain your
shall.
poor gaming skills and
Race, yeah.
consistent electrical flow, maybe interfering with your inputs. Nope. The closest that electrical flow gets to interfering with my inputs is that my my controller, when my controller is low on battery, and that's it. And I have my controller plugged in at all times when I'm playing on stream, because the last thing you want is a controller dying during stream.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Oh, I mean the electrical impulses in your brain. Oh yeah, my brain is faultily wired. Don't worry about that. It's my computer, which is supposed to be smarter than me. Smarter designed, anyway. Okay, so it's not just on the coast. Am I covered in dirt, or is this just like a weird reflection on the metal? Look at my legs. They look all... Like... It's like dehydrated piss colored on one side. That's probably because the settings are turned down, but if I turn the settings back up, things might just get worse. Or maybe they'll get better. I don't fucking know. It's fucking killing me, man. I just don't want to deal with this anymore.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Alright, I don't know who that is.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
Yeah, I got raccoon eyes too. I can't say anything about that.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
It does, doesn't it?
Back when you first took Sid's name, we were talking all the time. Working out what to do in that.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going. Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Let's go, Torgal. Do you have plans for the New Year's? No, actually, it's really nice. We've been fucking exhausted the last part of this year. The last 3 months have been an absolute nightmare. So I'm hoping to just bring in the new year with a nice quiet time with my wife. And if that doesn't work, I'll just get so high I can't remember what the day's like.
Let's hope this is all Black
That's a
Thorn
joke.
needs.
I think that's a joke. I'm sorry you have to leave your house again. That's gotta be upsetting.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You know, it beats sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Free experience just for talking to people.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
All right.
Clive?
Is
Sorry,
anything
will it
we can-
be?
It's annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, if it makes you feel better, just know that I'll be here relaxing on your behalf. Oh, I know it's a hard job. It's a really difficult job, but somebody's got to do it, man. I'll be here. I'll be relaxing my ass off just for you. Yeah.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. You can thank me later.
And
I hope your PC melts. Well, that's not very nice.
You're joking.
It's no joke. Drake's fang is gone.
Man! Majin, why are you saying that? Majin! Wait, calm down! That's 40 you've done this stream alone. Don't be mean to Toshi. Toshi's mean to me!
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Good for you, kids. You have a squat count up at all times? Don't worry. Here you go, chat. It's down there in the corner. That's what I signed up for.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Chill out.
you'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Interesting.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Helena. She is a professional engineer.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
Did she remember my
I'll show
name?
you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now,
Intelligent design.
were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there.
It's a behemoth, isn't
It's
it?
no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Okay. I give this game a lot of slack. I'm not sure if that was a bad line reading, or if they just wanted her to come off as confused at what Mid had designed. But as a professional engineer, yes, she does have a mark, which means she probably isn't super educated. Or if she is educated, it is all like self-taught or recently learned. But something about that line reading just felt off. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Robert's Pass. Okay, I gotta go to Lost. What you said about poorly educated people is unacceptable. I'm not saying... Wait, I don't think I said anything negative about poorly educated people, actually.
Taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, the war. Yeah, they're prepping for war right now. That's what that side quest was. Good luck, guys. Don't put that evil on me, Toshi. Do you love poorly educated people?
If you're ready, we leave at once.
I'm a humanist. I believe in all people. Oh my god. I'm so glad this isn't going to be included in the YouTube video. You guys are gaslighting me. If you want to be, I will make you one. I just need... I need a mod. The other people that are mods right now never show up to the stream. That's not true. They show up sometimes. Alright, easy, easy, easy. Really? You need an on-screen chat so our conversation remains visible forever? I don't think I do. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, here you guys are. So what's the piece we need? Oh, it's that hole-looking thing over there. All right, Helena, what's up?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about.
Okay, she's just supposed to be awkward.
Would you mind?
Of course.
That explains why Mid doesn't even remember her name. Alright, Helena, let's get this done. Torgal? We doing this? We're doing this. So what's
Anybody home?
Oh, it's just an art ribbon?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Yep, that makes sense. You know, chat, like, I don't know what I was gonna say. What did I start watching recently? Oh, I finally got into Arcane because I meant to watch it originally, but I wanted all the episodes to come out, and then I decided, hey, you know what would be a great idea? Let's just not watch it at all. But no, and what really frustrates me is that, like, Riot Games' main property is League of Legends. Because, like, there are, like, some talented writers and character designers that work on that game. And the characters and lore are actually interesting and kind of fun. It's just I can't play. It's not even that I can't play it. It's just that I don't want to. I don't want to play League of Legends.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Yeah, that game's 14 years old now.
Thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Hell yeah, quest complete. I've never played LoL or Dota. I mean, that's your choice. And you know what? More power to you. I mean, I don't play it anymore because it's wicked toxic. Those types of games are for... I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I much prefer, like, the auto chess instead of... Like, I play Teamfight Tactics sometimes because I don't know, the virtual chessboard just is always fun to me. Obviously, it's not, like, a solved game like chess, but like the sets they put out and stuff actually do keep it interesting.
We're seeing troops amassing.
It's just, again, a game that doesn't take advantage of the lore that they have. But what's cool about it is that they do have games. Like, there's a roguelike I've been wanting to play. Age of Empires and StarCraft was my limit. Okay. Okay, so you're just not a strategy gamer, which is totally fine.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
Remember her name, Mid.
Just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze.
Ooh.
Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
I do love turn-based RPGs. Dope, dude, same. I love a good turn-based RPG. But you guys know that. You've seen the games I play on stream. Speaking of which, oh my god, the second I get a job or I get some disposable income, guys, we have so many games to look forward to next year. Spider-Man 2, already out on Steam. We can play Spider-Man 2. Fucking Marvel Spider-Man 2.
The Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this.
God of War Ragnarok, that is also out on Steam. Really looking forward to it.
Still running round after mid.
Let's see what else. Space Engineers 2. Is that real? I didn't know Space Engineers was getting a sequel. God, what else? And Final Fantasy Rebirth, which I've done everything in my power to avoid spoilers for it. Everything in my power. It has been almost impossible.
Harpocrates, do you have the moment?
But I've done it.
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
It's already up for pre-order. Sick.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it.
That's
As
tricky.
you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew.
Moondew?
It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
Sick.
So if we could recreate it,
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
Hell yeah.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to take Tarja.
Either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I mean, obviously, we could take Jill. Jill would be able to assist with fighting.
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
But I'm taking
Who will
Tarja.
accompany you?
Jill's still
All
sick.
right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized.
Interesting.
So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient?
Can you get him to
I was
wear
hoping
normal
to be able
armor
to make a
instead of
trip
that
over
edgy
way
goth
sometime
get up?
soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
I'll see you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
I probably should have left her to help with the research, but it's whatever. I got bad news for you, Toshi. You can say that all you want. Everything this guy wears is pretty goth, but I will switch to the normal clothes just for you. I think someone redeemed this drip check the other day. Actually, yeah, redeem a drip check, you clown. Look at Ambrosia. Such a beautiful chocobo. Yeah, see, it's literally the same. Ifrit's just burnt. Ah, fine. There. We'll just be normal Clive. Other one is better. The one we were wearing? You don't like it glowing like black and red and shit? I think it looks rad. Whatever. Just for this episode, we'll stay this one. No, this one. Okay. Who cares about proper clothes? This is a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy game that takes 100 years to fucking load. Alright, cool. Looks like proper clothes.
Where's Talia?
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up
I
on
won't have
these.
you spoiling another camp.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
Alright. We gotta purchase garlic and pepper.
Right, no
And tell me, how would you even stitch together blah 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 blah. Magic, obviously. I was thinking of it as like a cover of also the way you blah 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 blah. Don't you blah blah me. Well, yeah, you're a perfect. Fuck.
Haven't much, but you're free to look.
Yeah, all right, I deserve that one. 20.
Hopefully
God
Talia's finished
almighty.
too.
God almighty. I'm not even a religious guy. I gotta like burn that out of my vernacular. Just be like my partner and say goodness.
Well, did you find everything?
I did. Here.
You gonna give it to her, Clive? Clive? There we go, Clive. We can do it. He's pondering. He's thinking about giving it to him.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
Dude, if I was in a fantasy setting, I would totally have like magic-based armor instead of wearing traditional
Plus,
gear.
We're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat.
Why wear mortal clothes? Ooh boy. You can tell my settings are down. The water looks kind of bad.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya.
For what?
For everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Is she
You think
best
I'd
girl?
stick around if I thought it wasn't?
I think she might be best girl.
But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
Command and Conquer Red Alert. I spent so much time on that game. Is it like a pet peeve of yours, since you're like a modeler, to look at unrealistic clothing and swords and stuff?
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
Sounds good to me.
Right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
It annoys me to no end. To each their own, man. Like, I think unrealistic designs are one of the beautiful things about video games. Things that shouldn't work do. Part of me wants coffee, but the other part of me doesn't want to get up. You know that vibe? No Moreno's belts that do nothing. Some of his designs are cool, but they were a lot. I feel like they were a lot cooler when I was younger. And also, I feel like his designs were much simpler in his earlier work. I will fight to the grave to say that Lulu from Final Fantasy X has a great character design. Oh, cool. Are we crashing? Test. Okay. No, just everything froze up for a sec. I will say, I don't know if it went through, so I will repeat myself. Sorry, guys. Lulu from Final Fantasy X is peak character design.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You talking about Lulu?
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that. Of course.
Bye, Jill.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other.
It's peak,
Followed
Toshi.
by a rigorous process of
It's
testing
peak.
and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Level up. Hell yeah. We've done... Oh, no, we've done a little bit of combat.
I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
I'm not going to travel to her. I am going to look at my abilities, though, because we have so many ability points. Okay, that's a cone. I do want to upgrade wind up and stuff, but first... Dude, it's like my favorite attack. I don't really looked at how awful that design is. I posted it on Discord. I was literally Googling it, but let me look at it on Discord. It's perfect, Toshi. It's absolutely peak. One might even say Kino. Alright, we're gonna upgrade Flames of Rebirth. Alright. You can hear her coming. The way to our sub goal. Wait, did somebody subscribe anonymously? Well, thank you for the sub. Seriously, thank you guys.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
It's very true. Old farmer Otto kept chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in the barn to rest. Woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. How many chocobos were in the barn? Okay. 5 of his stock fell ill. So there's 5 in there. Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs on one of his antelopes. So there were 5. Oh, thank you, Majid. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. It is a math problem. I don't think there's enough information to properly solve it, though.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
What's the answer then,
Not like
Tosh?
me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
She doesn't want to see her dad until her project's done. I feel that.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Who needs chest hair? Are we talking about Clive?
Displacement stacks.
I agree.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's 1 down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Sorry. All right, Ed.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming.
You gonna finally open up emotionally, Mid?
Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
I mean,
He'd be proud of you.
I took your dad's name.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Oh. Multiple side quests, and they look like they're going to add stuff. New features, maybe. All the characters do, even the female characters. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of women with chest hair, actually. Outside of fantasy dwarves, actually.
Well, that's it. Here, Sid.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic, the lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want.
Nipple hair is okay. Nipple hair I've seen for sure, but like proper chest hair is what I'm thinking of.
Always get rid of all the impurities.
You don't know that it's not there,
Some of the
Toshi.
stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking.
Alright, sure,
I
what's up?
imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too.
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university store. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes. So, I did a bit, and do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb kid.
Oh, great.
They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, Fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte.
All right.
Yeah, I'll kill the stupid bomb. Weird Science. Isn't that a movie? No. I gotta go see what this missive is in my office after I... Okay. The Croc in Sambrick. Got it. Where am I going?
You cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Alright, what's the side quest? Whoa! Off the record, I was thinking...
Trouble with the ledgers.
Okay, somebody's stealing money. Something ain't right with that hound of his.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Bone to pick. I'm just looking at that 60 SWAT counter and dreading the end of the stream.
Hopefully it's nothing.
Alright, so we just speak to... My god, Blacksmith's Blues 2. Majin, are you in chat?
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
Do you want to give me a coffee? I'd appreciate it.
Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled browns. Didn't like him. Which is why You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
Everything good, Torgor?
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do.
I suppose things happen, differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Hippocrates, gonna talk to. Want is a strong word. Do you mind? You don't have to take. You don't have to. Snacks. Some pretzels would be awesome.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might
About some
be
squats
right.
to go with your
Though
coffee.
not
I have
about his
60
appetite.
squats.
All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgor, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients.
Interesting.
As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known...
I don't recall ever...
And little wonder. The oldest and the last elder antelope sighting I recall.
Even so.
Good hunting, Clark.
Okay, so we just gotta kill a big deer for the big dog. Easy. Easy, 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 easy.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Alright, what's going on?
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. I don't want you listening.
What's going on with the ledges?
Is this better?
I'll put the extra 10 on there in a second.
Listen, I've some band eats. Maybe. Sadly, that square turned out. I can straighten it out. I swear. I'm gonna need help.
Be late.
There you are.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. In the hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
Jesus.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million. Each.
What the fuck?
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledges were my responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always...
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rossfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides...
That's fair.
We'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth that little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all that.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking miscalculation.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Fucking hell.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
No, she won't.
Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Damn, Got. you got fucked, man. Holy shit. Oh, man. If we come back here and it's another guy... And it's another guy running the counter, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off. Come on, load. I just want to see if there's other quests in other areas, please. You can do it, game. I only did it to remind you. He's pondering. Is he? Is that what he's doing? Look at him. Look at his silly face. Oh, look at that.
sorry to drag you. It's just I couldn't think. Here you go.
Alright, cool. All that time for literally nothing. Alright. Bomb King. What was his thing? Oh. We gotta go talk to Blackthorn real quick.
Nick told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Yes, he's reminiscing about his younger days when things were simple. I don't think things were ever simple for him because he was a mart.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
Should have waited
I'll see what I can
to
find
upgrade my
out.
weapon.
Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about the... You're looking well, Karen.
What you want? Out with it.
Damn.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
A touch
Appreciate the
eccentric.
warning.
Alright. Alright. Whew. Jesus. Alright. So, that's Martha's Rest. That's Sandbrick. Okay, so that's paying somebody out back. That's the Rivergate, that's the Norvent. Wasn't the Advent? Wasn't over there, was it? Eastwatch. more. Pentland's Gate, Baywatch. Alright, I gotta check with the Moogle and make sure where the Spawn King is. I know it was in Sambrek.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
You fat Moogle. Let's see. The Croc. Ruins of a fallen airship. Alright. Dragon's Army, Norvent, Clark Rose. I might have to look this one up because I have no idea where the fuck this is. Alright, I'll look it up after I go to Northreach and... Alright, the hell, since the loading is gonna take fucking 2,000 years, we can just... Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, okay, it's right next to the Dragon's Area. I'm all about saving us time.
Has finally spread to the world.
So it's like here-ish? Let me make sure I saw the right thing. Alright, cool.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again. It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady,
Alright.
I come bearing gifts.
Gifts?
I'm gonna be drinking
Whatever
coffee
is
and
the
eating a snack.
occasion? Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy. and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Don't feel bad about talking about your problems with your friends, everybody. Everybody needs help sometimes. Everybody. Okay, let me make 100% sure I'm looking at the right fucking place. Yep, there it is right there.
All anyone ever
Fresh
wants
cuts.
is to walk away.
Up.
How am I supposed
You'll
to
not
manage this?
find a bruised pippin in the...
Let's go.
Yes, Toshi, keep up the illusion that you're stronger than the average man. Love loading into a new area and everything freezes. It's my favorite. What's up, off? I don't know what's over here. Oh yeah, this looks like an arena. Is it Unreal Engine 5? It has that glitch that it stutters when it loads a chunk, and they haven't been able to fix it. I'm now desperately trying to remember what the engine is. I don't know. I do not know. Oh boy. That's fucking scary.
Look what we have here.
Woohoo! Holy fuck! Okay. That was a guard breaker, but thank you. Oh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Holy shit! Okay. Ooh, that was close.
I needed that.
Get fucked. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God, we've got so much money.
Your reign is over. Now to collect this
Bomb
type of
ash,
stuff.
bomb ash, bomb ash, bomb
Let's see if
ash.
there's any more.
Talmekia, weapons vendor.
That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Going to Martha's Rest. Golden Stable, gotta pay Martha. Got a bone to pick over here. That's where Atlas is. He's a piece of shit. I hate fighting him. Let me actually look it up, because I'm interested if it is. What engine do you use? Its production and promotion were impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic and later by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Development. Run the risk of creating a half accurate. I think it's legitimately a Square specific engine, but I don't want to. I don't want to look too far into it right now. Alright. Martha, 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 I've got a ruby for you. Yeah, it's made in-house, and since it's Square Enix,
Clive, we weren't
probably
expecting
built
you.
for the PlayStation
I wasn't
originally.
expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
That's fucked up. Sid was an attractive man.
I suppose I do. Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
If he's still with us. Everybody really thinks that Charon's gonna fucking kill this guy. Or Karen. I still think it's such a good choice to have named her Karen, but spelled it a completely different way. Atta girl. Let's go, Ambrosia. Bye, spiders.
All right.
Bye, bees.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
Hell yeah. Get fucked.
Now, will it be enough, I wonder?
Oh, you good boy. He's a good boy.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
What a silly kitty. Or dog.
You know you can take that
Silly
with you,
kitty.
Tumble. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Alright, cool. That's handled. Now we gotta switch our tracked quest. Yeah? Alright, cool. Well, the poor optimization of this game aside, I'm having a pretty good time with you guys. I always enjoy the Sunday streams, mostly because I just do what I want. I feel like I'm kind of forced to make progress on the weekdays because they're a little bit shorter, except for Thursdays. Thursdays I just fuck around too. Who am I kidding? I fuck around every day. It's just a lot of fun. All right. Well, while this loads, I will be right back. It'll be like 2 seconds. Really? Really? It waited for me to get back and move my mouse before it loaded. This fucking game.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
More money than he has sense. Sounds like my uncle.
Listen, I've got this theory.
All right, drunkie.
I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us.
All right, man.
You could be one of them. I could be one of them. My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Why is your door wide ass open then, dumbass?
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Yeah, that's fair.
Redeem! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind
What a
stepping
prick.
outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused...
That? No. He's been dispossessed of his luggage.
Oh,
you
his
see.
luggage got stolen.
I don't suppose a single-edged sword.
Ah,
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's...
you have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to...
I don't suppose you saw with the...
I did not. No. Every ill-gotten call.
And that's where I'm headed.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac.
That will be
Blah, 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 blah. Help the rich guy get his shit back. How many quests in this game are help the rich guy get his shit back? That's what I want to know. Because it feels like a lot. A lot. Like a pretty high percentage. I went out the wrong gate. I'm not putting us in another loading screen. You know it's bad when someone playing your game would rather like manually walk somewhere.
No need to ride from here.
Instead of using the fast travel system because the game is so poorly optimized that the loading takes forever. Yeah, which is why we're probably gonna do like God of War Ragnarok or something way before we even consider doing Rebirth. Which sucks because I want to play Rebirth. I don't know if I want to play Rebirth blind, though. This is tricky. I'll have to figure it out. Eventually, we're going to play Rebirth. It's going to happen. I just have to figure out whether I want to do it completely blind on stream, if I want to do a playthrough before we do stream and maybe do a harder difficulty, or something like that. Because, like, I guess this is a bigger game and I just kind of jumped into it and it worked fine. I think I talk too meta. I talk way too meta most of the time. I should just enjoy the game I'm playing, which I am. It's a fun game, and the desert level is small, so we barely had to spend time here, so that's nice. Excuse me.
We got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
You don't pay attention, do you? Your lads are dead. I like a quick fight.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Hell yeah. Another loading screen. Another loading screen. Here we are, sitting at another loading screen, loading screen, loading screen, sitting at a loading screen. I was reading an article the other day that apparently moving your mouse actually does help things process, which I've never understood, but
I hear I have you. What should I call you?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable
thank you for the
name
hydrates
indeed.
and stretches.
Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt.
Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience.
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could...
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hand. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
It's a sword. It's a samurai sword.
No combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does.
That's
Each
wild.
sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
Huh.
But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to serve. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my...
I am locked in bitter. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous.
And there are many other...
Too many to count, but only one do I consider. This Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a...
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Byron is a weapons collector. Checks out.
I think his lordship is rather taken. Coming, my lord.
All right, let's go figure out the blacksmith's blues.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn...
I'm not gonna lie, I
Whetstone,
thought
shall
it was
we?
gonna be Byron. You know, I gotta say, Toshi, I get the feeling you're trying to make me drown in my own water. I should have saved. I should have saved before doing this. Should have saved, but I didn't. Just a feeling. Oh god. Oh god, the hydrates. Oh god.
I noticed you and Torgal. So, Molly's leftovers will teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now I know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That's 5. It's 5 we brought.
You can, aye. In return, you can thank...
I was just on my way to see.
Tums. Thank you guys for the redeems, genuinely.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very...
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents.
Ooh.
Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power.
He's Ifrit's dog.
In addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid.
Oh, shit.
In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this...
He has seemed more fierce of late.
It's because he's
If I'm
powerful.
not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Torgal low-key the strongest animal.
Oh. He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Good boy, Torgal. Ooh. Increases his attack efficiency. Alright, let's see what's next. Alright, Blackthorn's next. What a good boy.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Bye, Sofa.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels.
Yeah.
Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a slip. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it. If swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly. And, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. Now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Oh, just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an... I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've
call
been
me
working
Sunshine?
day and night since I was half your age.
And I'll still be here when you're long gone.
Thanks, Clive. I mean it.
I love his
Early
accent.
one, August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First, you come and find me.
Right?
Blacksmith Blues. Excalibur? Let me make it. 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 Let me make it.
What's that for you, dear?
Let's go!
No scratches, right? That it?
Sorry, Sid. I'm putting up your sword for a little while. That's enhancer. Excalibur. Let's go.
He cracked the crystal too.
joking.
Not but a crater there. I wonder if that's the ultimate weapon for the... I don't think it is. I think we're still a ways away from the ultimate weapon, but I do just love the idea of having Excalibur. I'm a slut for references to the Knights of the Round Table. I've always thought about, like, if I was going to make like a beat 'em up game, it would be each of the different Knights of the Round Table, probably with like unique weapons based off their lore, even though most of them use swords. And I would just have them fight like armies by themselves.
I have it here.
I think it'd be really good.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while.
What do you mean you could have stopped that sentence way earlier?
Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
When would I have stopped it? Good sound effects. Good Foley. I'm a slut. Oh, ha 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 ha.
The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no...
Don't be...
What are you giving me?
Do you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
More potions?
We happen to have isolated. Thought we might use it to breathe new life. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit.
Well,
that's the spirit.
Oh god, he's gonna burn my bag. He's gonna burn my bag.
Well,
it's certainly...
Right.
Thank you. I think.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. And I'm telling you.
Science. Ooh. Potions 6, high potions 4, strength tonic, stone tonic. Sick. That was a side quest that was easily worth it.
I think Mid might need some help.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, but she was just too stubborn. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could...
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't so.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
God, what the fuck, man?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot my hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, fine. If I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest, whether you... Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine content. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones.
Yep.
Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Get fucked, Scott. What a clown. I like him though.
Seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either at...
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have...
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
I'm not skipping through
He
this.
died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Yo, this is awesome.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
That's why he was high all the time.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
This is a sweet cutscene.
But I couldn't even do that.
Damn.
Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Aww.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
It's the best he could do, man.
But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. Barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But
this'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
That was a good quest. Learned a lot about Otto, even learned some stuff about Sid. Just good shit. Good shit. All right, chat.
I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts. You earned this.
Here's the question.
All done?
We could stock up on potions and we could go try doing that hunt one more time.
They told me she was building a ship.
Or we could just advance the plot and come back to it later. Hey, Torgal.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Nah, you're good, Karen.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that.
Alright, where's all the stuff I can sell? What do I have? Can be valuable, can be traded for a gil.
And be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. And be thankful you got that much.
Is that all?
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
No, No, I don't think more squats would be the answer to any of those questions that I've recently asked. Oh, I should go to the Wall of Memories.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
You're joking. You're jorking. Man, that's so many items that I don't have yet. Alright.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to
Let's advance the plot. I'll come back and fight that thing later.
Clive, Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My journey to Canver, blah, 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 blah. By which I learned the endeavors of a certain young friends. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now.
I liked
The next
her.
time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Oh, we can go to the old hideaway? Oh. Sad.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
So we must live while we have the chance.
Yeah.
And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
Yeah, it's kind of a good point. But so is Kupka's place.
That'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas.
Oh, damn.
You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way.
Oh, amazing.
It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Yeah, he's kind of like, I'm not going to say unkillable, but he's kind of like the least killable member of the Hideaway right now.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
If there was like a singular bolt of lightning that came down from the sky right then, that would have been a pretty good shot. Alright, let's go back to the fucking desert. I hate deserts. Oh, so much. I hate deserts. So much. New area, new loads. Is this another, you're waiting for me to move something? All right. What are you guys up to? What's chat doing? I know one of you is playing Stardew, so that's cool. Hopefully everyone else is chilling. Ugh. My God, the load times. They're so bad. Working a bit. Oh, it's Sunday, man. We got New Year's in 2 days. Are you guys resolution people? Probably not. Oh, personal stuff. Cool, cool. Yeah. I should work on personal stuff myself. It's just one of those days. Or one of those things, rather. Everything froze. There we go. Yeah. Why? What did I do? Oh, my New Year's resolution is to
Thanks to Talia.
redeem even more spots.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Yeah, well, Torga might actually be like some kind of legendary demon dog. Oh, why did I open a menu? There. Torgal. Yeah. Pedigree. Increases his Torgal. Okay. Which is... Okay. That's all rad. He has Moonbeam. I don't think I need this much extra defense. There's a cleric's medallion, but what about a high cleric's medallion? What about the high cleric's medallion we got? I have the warrior. Ooh, that's pretty good. Our defense is a bit on the lower side, so I'm gonna keep it for now. Feels weird having a sword that's not the electric sword, but this is like Excalibur, so. Oh, look at this! All my squat counters going off the screen. You clowns.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars.
Oh, side quest.
Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Ooh, 10 gil. Making big money. These are deadly plants. Oh, hey, leg eaters. We just read about those.
So what do you think?
That we'd be...
Really?
Oh, why?
I take it there's danger.
Oh, what about this?
Oh, no doubt.
What's up?
Well met, friend.
How does a merchant...
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought...
He sent the two of us to fetch it once.
My brother's right on all accounts.
We may have seen our share of action.
You, however, have the look. Chances are they'll come for you either way.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a hit, reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee.
All right.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and...
Word. Get cart. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a pun or something.
Sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Sorry. I fucking locked in again. I gotta remember, talking is part of my job. Man. Punch! Jesus, that gurgle. That was visceral. Ugh.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Hold on. I gotta love torque.
Get
boy.
Treat! So, what are you doing?
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be...
You've done your part. And...
I'm gonna have to kill
It's
these
been a
guys
pleasure.
later.
There's no need to be so rude. What if we wanted...
You've had your rewards and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Alright, I'm not gonna spoil it for myself, but I do feel like we just did the wrong thing?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
Ooh, am I gonna unlock a new
Path
ability?
continues on the other side.
Ooh. This is cool. I know it's probably not the case, but if all the ruins are related to icons, like, couldn't we get a power-up from all of the ruins? Oh, god damn it. You good, Jill? You looking at something? Alright, cool. I really flip-flop back and forth on my opinion of Jill. Like, there's some cases where it seems like she's very basic, and then there's other cases where it's just like I really like her as a character. It's hard to balance. Love that. Love that freezing as they come up to the top of the hill. It's vibrating my controller. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Beautiful waterfall. Keep going. Keep going, cutscene. You can do it. The final sin?
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance.
I wonder if Ultima is
by
one of those
visiting
gods.
upon him 2 curses.
Dominance in Paris. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men.
The battles we're creating now?
Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good
I don't
for
know
my
where the water
education.
goes.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
Probably underground rivers.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
I think I could feel, and this is I'm using a dual sense. I think I can feel every step the chocobos down there are taking.
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Cut to Joshua. Dun 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 dun.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
All right, in Jesus' name. I'll ask why in a second.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths.
regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?